On the 21st of September 2010, I uploaded my first ever YouTube video. It wasn't a silly little vlog of a prepubescent child holding up a silly little camera. What it was is a highly polished football freestyle video of my long summer holiday in Scotland, filmed with the help of my dad. I hit the upload button, sat back and expected the viewers and subscribers to come flooding in. Of course, they never did. Little did I know that for the next 14 years I'd have a love-hate relationship with uploading videos here on YouTube. I thought the football skills were going to be my thing, but after a while I fell out of love with that, but I still wanted to make videos. So my next area of expertise was going to be travel. I can remember I was so desperate to make travel videos, and I was a 16-year-old growing up in the southwest of England in a rural little town, and I was wondering where on earth can I go to make a travel video. I can remember our English teacher at the time set us a task: go and write 10,000 words about Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness on the computers in the English classroom. I sat down and instead of typing out my coursework, I went on the internet and tried to find just anywhere that I could go on my extremely limited budget. And I hit the jackpot because Megabus at the time were launching for the first time in the UK, and they had a special offer on. For £1 you could get a ticket to Amsterdam, so a total of £2 for a return. I remember I booked the ticket in the classroom. I thought, what's the worst that can happen? If I can't go, I'll have just wasted a couple of quid, but we'll see what will happen. There was just a slight issue that I was meant to be in school, but I looked up and saw that there was university open day sometime soon, told my parents I might be interested in going there, got them to write a letter to my school, handed it into the receptionist, who gave me a funny look that I might need a week off school to travel to Amsterdam as a 16-year-old, but she couldn't really say anything with my parents' signature, and I took off to the Netherlands armed with my camera. I couldn't afford a hotel or a hostel or anything like that, so instead I booked into a campsite. I can remember I was freezing cold and it was raining, and for one night my mum booked me into a hostel and the warm shower was absolutely blissful. But I made a video, and to this day I still think it's awesome. I was so proud of it. When I hit that upload button I thought, maybe this is it, this will be the jackpot. I'm just going to do this for the rest of my life. The only issue was I just couldn't bring myself to talk on it. I didn't like the sound of my own voice. It was just beautiful scenery and backing track of Amsterdam and the city, but nothing about me or my personality was in the video. But it wouldn't be the last 20+ hour Megabus trip that I did to Amsterdam, and I continued making as many videos as I could in this niche. None of them really took off, but that love for making videos was always there still. Then a big turning point in my life happened when Neistat started vlogging. Suddenly I had this incredible role model of someone who was just as into working out as I was. He was rogue, he was confident, he was impulsive, he was articulate, and he crushed it. I don't believe in fate or the universe or anything like that, but something strange happened when I watched his very first vlog the first day that he ever uploaded it. From there I watched every single one and I was hooked. A weird part of me almost felt like it could have been me. I remember about that time I took a trip to Southeast Asia and I made a video that I was really proud of and I thought was really good, but I just couldn't bring myself to talk in it again. I was just too self-conscious about what I looked like, what I sounded like, how I would come across in a video. So it's just another silent video of me traveling through different countries and the experiences that I had. As a photographer, you need to practice taking photos. The first 1,000 photos that you take will teach you about all the basics of photography, about ISO, about shutter speed, about aperture, the exposure triangle, and you're good to go. The next 10,000 photos will teach you something much more important, which is how to see the photograph, the balance of composition, and everything that makes a great photo pop. But with videos, it's completely different. It's full of literally moving parts. And so you need something much more than vision. You need a voice. You need a way to be able to communicate a message properly through the screen. And I was lacking that, even though I was so passionate about making these videos everywhere that I went. About this time, I got a full-time job. I was growing up and it was getting difficult to make travel content when I worked a 9 to 5. That dream was kind of over for me, but I thought I would try several different things. I made 6 or 7 other different YouTube channels and I tried really hard at them. Some were about things like iPad drawing. I tried making content about London. I tried educational content. I've really tried most things that you can probably think of. But the thing that eluded me most, the thing that I could never quite nail down and that made me feel incredibly uncomfortable, was doing this. talking to the camera. But then something changed and I made a TikTok account. I was actually training for Budapest Marathon. I wanted to run a marathon. I was doing all of my training runs and I thought this would be a good opportunity to document what I'm doing and just put out some videos. I made so sure that no one who knew me would be able to find my account. I created a new email address and authenticate with a phone number. So I ordered a new SIM card with a completely different phone number so it would be kept separate, and I used that instead, which meant that if anyone tried to use the Find My Friend feature or anything, it would never pop up for them. No one that I knew would know that I had this account, and I could just make stupid videos without any of the pressure of anyone seeing it. No one from school, no one from work, no one from my family. I would just film, edit and post every single day and just get used to the process of making videos. I remember it was so difficult at first. I absolutely hated it. Pretty near the beginning as well, someone from work managed to find my profile and I felt really uncomfortable that they knew who I was and kept mentioning it to me in person about they watched my videos. I remember I wanted to genuinely just curl up in a ball and never come out. I also experienced online hate for the first time. There were lots of people who had things to say about me and the content that I was making on online forums. And at first this was really demotivating that there would be people out there that would hate me for making stupid videos like this. But I learned that it's actually not the end of the world. They don't know me. And I'm really glad that I had that experience overall, because it really reinforced to me that that was literally the worst thing that could happen. Someone would make a bad comment about me and I could just ignore it and live my life as if nothing ever happened. Even now here on YouTube, there's someone who dislikes every single one of my videos within minutes of it going live. So shout out to you and hello, thanks for watching. But I didn't give up. I made about 500 TikToks every single day and got about 5,000 followers on there. All of those numbers are completely meaningless because I gained one big thing, which was the confidence to speak to a camera in a public place. And this year I decided it was finally time for me to take my newfound confidence and apply it to this YouTube channel. I started uploading videos seriously at the beginning of January, and I've produced at least one a week ever since. This time it does seem really different. I'm producing videos that I'm really proud of, that I think I would want to watch if I was somebody interested in cameras or adventure or photography. In fact, one of my colleagues pretty recently found my YouTube channel and he told me as such. I didn't even flinch. I just said to him, "Oh cool, what do you think of it?" There was like no feeling of shame there, and it was just really cool to have come through that process and come out stronger on the other side of it. So if you're one of those 1,000 people who's pressed the subscribe button, who watches any of my videos and has nice things to say about it, I wanted to really say sincerely thank you. It's taken me 14 years of really hard, uncomfortable, unbearable effort to get to this point where I can make videos that I think are really good about topics that I'm passionate about. I wouldn't change anything about the journey that I've been on so far as a creator, and it just means that every time I do have just a little bit of success, if I see that subscriber number tick up a little bit, or if I have a video that gains some traction, it just means that little bit more. So if you're watching this and you have even an inkling that creating content might be something that you want to do, but maybe you're doubting your ability to turn on a camera and talk to it like I am doing now, don't panic, don't give up on yourself, be kind to yourself. It's a process, you'll get through it. Just practice, 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 and one day you'll also be making content that you're really proud of. Be kind to yourself and give it your best shot. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in a video next week.